My name is Sue Zimmerman. We live in Whitton, and Samuel did our loft for us, the shell of the loft, and the external render of the house, so the insulation and render of the whole front of the house. For us, the main concern was budget. So we had a very finite amount of money, and it was a very specific amount of money, and that was all that we had. And Samuel was very reassuring in telling me that it was a fixed price and that he would stick to that price, so that was perfect for us. So my main praise for Samuel is that he really sticks to the budget, and he was absolutely on time with absolutely everything. His organisation is amazing in terms of having his own team, so everything was ready at a specific time. Nothing was ever kind of days waiting for something. It was always work like clockwork. One person goes in, one person goes out, and it absolutely went to plan. So we have done many projects before. In our house, we've gone from doing our extension to, well, first of all doing the first floor, taking off all the wallpaper, doing the render upstairs, then doing the bathroom, then doing the downstairs extension, then doing the garage. So we've done kind of multiple projects in this house. And one of the main issues is that you always end on a bad note with the builder, because something isn't quite right, or they've gone over budget, or the timeline doesn't work. And so that was my main concern, was finding the right person who could do what they said they would do. Samuel is a really approachable person. He comes across as very knowledgeable and genuine, so you felt like you could trust him. The first day when they started, they came obviously on time, and straight away, after all the scaffolding was set up, they went into the loft, emptied it out within like 2 hours, and we were just shocked because that probably would have taken us 3 days to do.
I remember I always looked out the window and tried to knock on the window to say hello.
Yeah, a very friendly team. Yeah, very good communication from Samuel. So Samuel's your main point of contact, always responsive. He doesn't always answer the phone because he might be kind of talking to another client, but he'll always get back to you, and really good on WhatsApp, so messaging. And most of the guys that worked here had really good English and communicated well with us. So yeah, no issues around that. Because it was a loft, it tended to be that the mess was contained upstairs, so it wasn't actually too messy within our house. But every day, even though it was separate from our house, they swept up every single day, moved everything around, and externally as well. There was not a lot of mess around our house, so on the outside and on the front of the street, they would always make sure that everything was neat and tidy. So I think the main reason we did it was because we needed to redo the roof, so we thought it would be a good time to do it all at the same time.
Because I wanted to, I begged you to.
And then being for the kids to be able to have, each of their own room was really nice. And then we were really looking forward to having an ensuite bathroom, which is ideal. Price was really important for us. We had this really fixed budget that we'd borrowed the money, so there was no kind of play with any additional. So that was really important to us, that he could stay on the budget. And then getting invoiced, I think every week or every second week, to know exactly what was spent, and then you can keep track of where you're at in terms of the spending, and you can see that we are on track, even though we trusted that he would stay on budget. Do we recommend Samuel?
Yeah.
Yes, we recommend Samuel to everyone. Anyone that we know who's got building work going, we say Samuel. And then generally he's worked for, I think Samuel's done work for at least 4 or 5 of our friends now. So yeah, definitely recommend Samuel.
Thank you.
Because he's the best.
Just to say as well, in terms of, because we've done lots of different building projects, there's usually, by the end, there's kind of a bit of a sour taste, whether it's on budget or whether something wasn't quite right. Samuel is the only builder I've ever had in my whole life that we've never kind of had a bad experience with, and everything just went to plan, and it was really perfect. And we still speak today, so I just think the experience was amazing, that we were so happy with everything in terms of every single stage of what happened, so it was perfect. Just incredibly grateful for the experience. It was really, really good. And then we've had along the way you always change your mind slightly. You know, you decide, I think I want the window here, or I'm going to put the bed there, and then that changes something slightly. And Samuel never gave the impression that you were being difficult or asking too much. He was always happy to make any changes, and luckily for us, again, it didn't affect the budget, but I can't promise that for everybody else, that that's always going to be the case. But I just felt like nothing was ever too much, and it was, it was really good to be able to know that you could change your mind and it wasn't the end of the world.
I think that it was really fun having them around, because usually you would think it's like boring having builders like around your house and they're always like distracting you with loud noises, but for them it didn't feel the same. It felt like quite fun, and I felt quite impressed that we had Samuel and his group like for our builders.
Perfect.